Did you know that your brain is wired to lie to you, and that nearly 80% of your thoughts are negative, which is why you're probably not as in control of your life as you think you are? Welcome to the Mind Vault, where we explore the fascinating world of psychology and mindset science. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll dive into 7 psychology facts that will change how you see yourself. You'll discover how your brain works, and how you can use this knowledge to improve your life. From understanding how your thoughts influence your behavior, to learning how to overcome self-doubt, these facts will help you unlock your full potential. You might be surprised at just how much you don't know about yourself, and that's what makes this journey so exciting. So, let's get started on this journey of self-discovery, and explore the first psychology fact that will change how you see yourself. Research has shown that your brain is wired to make decisions based on emotions, rather than logic. This is known as the affective forecasting theory, which was first introduced by psychologists Timothy Wilson and Daniel Gilbert in 2003. For example, when you're shopping, you might think you're making rational decisions about what to buy, but in reality, your emotions are playing a much bigger role than you think. This is why companies use tactics like scarcity and social proof to influence your purchasing decisions. A study by psychologist Robert Cialdini found that people are more likely to buy a product if they think it's scarce, even if it's not actually the best option. This highlights the importance of being aware of your emotions, and how they might be influencing your decisions. By recognizing the role of emotions in your decision-making, you can start to make more informed choices that align with your values and goals. The human brain is capable of distorting or even fabricating memories, a phenomenon known as the misinformation effect. This was first discovered by psychologist Elizabeth Loftus in the 1970s. For instance, if you witnessed a car accident, and then later heard a description of the accident from someone else, your brain might incorporate that description into your own memory, even if it's not entirely accurate. This can lead to false memories, which can be just as vivid and convincing as real ones. A study by Loftus found that people who were shown a video of a car accident, and then given false information about the accident, were more likely to remember the false information than the actual events. This highlights the importance of being cautious when relying on memory, especially in situations where accuracy is crucial. By understanding the limitations of your memory, you can learn to be more critical of your own recollections, and seek out additional information to verify your memories. The concept of social proof, which was first introduced by psychologist Robert Cialdini, suggests that you're more likely to adopt a behavior or attitude if you see others doing it. This is because your brain is wired to respond to social cues, such as likes, shares, and comments. For example, if you're scrolling through social media and see that a lot of people are talking about a new movie, you might be more likely to want to see it, even if you hadn't considered it before. This is why companies use influencer marketing and customer reviews to promote their products. A study by Cialdini found that people are more likely to follow a crowd, even if it's not the best option, simply because others are doing it. This highlights the importance of being aware of the social influences that might be shaping your decisions. By recognizing the power of social proof, you can start to make more informed decisions that aren't swayed by the opinions of others, and instead, align with your own values and goals. Research has shown that your brain is wired to respond more strongly to negative stimuli than positive stimuli, a phenomenon known as the negativity bias. This was first discovered by psychologist Roy Baumeister in 2001. For example, if you receive 10 positive comments on a post, but 1 negative comment, you're likely to focus on the negative comment and let it ruin your day. This is because your brain is designed to respond to threats, and negative stimuli are perceived as threats. A study by Baumeister found that people tend to dwell on negative experiences, and that this can have a lasting impact on their mental health. This highlights the importance of practicing gratitude, and focusing on the positive aspects of your life. By recognizing the negativity bias, you can start to cultivate a more positive mindset, and focus on the good things in your life, rather than getting bogged down by negative thoughts. The lizard brain, also known as the amygdala, is a part of your brain that's responsible for processing emotions, such as fear and anxiety. This was first discovered by psychologist Paul MacLean in the 1950s. For example, if you're walking through a dark alley and hear a strange noise, your lizard brain might kick in and cause you to feel a surge of fear, even if there's no real danger. This is because your lizard brain is designed to respond to threats, and it can't always distinguish between real and perceived threats. A study by MacLean found that the amygdala plays a crucial role in the formation and storage of memories, especially emotional ones. This highlights the importance of learning to manage your emotions, and not letting your lizard brain control your behavior. By understanding how your lizard brain works, you can start to develop strategies for managing your emotions and responding to situations in a more rational and thoughtful way. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself in response to new experiences and learning. This was first discovered by psychologist Marion Diamond in the 1960s. For example, if you learn a new language, your brain will create new connections between neurons, and even grow new neurons, to support your new skill. This means that you have the power to change your brain, and develop new abilities, at any age. A study by Diamond found that the brain is highly adaptable, and that neuroplasticity can occur throughout life. This highlights the importance of challenging yourself, and seeking out new experiences, to keep your brain growing and developing. By recognizing the power of neuroplasticity, you can start to develop a growth mindset, and believe in your ability to learn and adapt, no matter what your age or background. The default mode network is a network of brain regions that's active when you're not focused on the outside world, and are instead thinking about yourself. This was first discovered by psychologist Marcus Raichle in 2001. For example, when you're daydreaming, or reflecting on your past, your default mode network is active, and it's shaping your self-image and sense of identity. This is why it's so important to be mindful of your thoughts, and to practice self-compassion, as your default mode network can have a powerful influence on your mental health. A study by Raichle found that the default mode network is active during tasks that require self-reflection, such as thinking about your goals and values. This highlights the importance of being aware of your thoughts, and cultivating a positive self-image. By understanding how your default mode network works, you can start to develop a more positive and compassionate self-image, and cultivate a sense of self-awareness that will serve you well in all areas of your life. Over the past 10 minutes, we've explored 7 psychology facts that will change how you see yourself. From the role of emotions in decision-making, to the power of neuroplasticity, these facts have shown you that you have the power to shape your own brain, and develop new abilities. You've learned about the limitations of your memory, and the importance of being aware of your thoughts and emotions. You've also discovered the impact of social proof, and the influence of your default mode network on your self-image. By applying these insights to your daily life, you can start to make more informed decisions, cultivate a more positive mindset, and develop a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Thanks for watching the Mind Vault. If you want to learn more about psychology and mindset science, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. And if you have any questions, or topics you'd like to discuss, please leave them in the comments below. What's one thing you learned from this video that you'll apply to your life this week? Let us know, and we'll respond with some personalized advice and insights.